Welcome back to my channel. My name's Lisa Jane, and if you are new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video, and if you are returning, thank you as always for your continued support. As you can see by the thumbnail, today is going to be my July TBR video. So without further ado, I'm just probably going to get straight on into it. I am filming this slightly early in June, however, if you want to know how I did on that, that will be in my wrap up and reset videos at the end of every month. So please do go and watch them if you are interested in how I've got on, because I also talk about all things TBR, any mini buckles that I've had and all them kind of things. I sort of include it all in that one video, so please go and check that out. Today I think I'm going to look at having about 8 books on the TBR. I finish work on the 22nd of July, so that gives me about 9 days where I'm off at the end to get some books in. But firstly, what we will do is I will show you the book that won your vote here on YouTube. So each month I put a photo of my TBR cart out for you to choose a book, and the book basically with the most votes wins, and I put that on my TBR for the following month. So the book that was chosen for July is none other than Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. This won the vote by quite a bit. I had quite a few votes for this book. I'm really looking forward to it. I can't wait to read it, and then I'm hoping over the summer holidays I'll be able to get round to watching the film that's recently come out. So yeah, that is book number 1. I think I've already said I want to choose about 8, and that's just to give me a variety of books to choose from, and also, you know, I might be able to fit a few more in. Who knows? There's no pressure, but I'd just like to choose a few more. So I have my summer TBR graphic in front of me and my Kindle with all my Kindle books. So I'm trying to be very clever and remembering, you know, that they are there as well. I think at some point I'm going to try laminate book covers and pop them on the cart that are on my Kindle, and then I won't forget about them as such. But yeah, enough of me yapping. Let's just get on and choose my first prompt. I'm really excited to see what I get, actually, to be fair. So we'll go for this one. And it says, read a book from your favourite genre. Now, it used to be romance without a shadow of a doubt, but the last year or so I've really got into my fantasy era, and as you can probably see, a lot of the books on here are fantasy heavy. So it's just which one I want to read. I would like to get the first Crescent City book on my TBR because of the new ACOTAR books coming out. So I've decided to put my Throne of Glass series on hold. I've read all of ACOTAR and I want to read these in time for the new ACOTAR book coming out. So that is a potential option. So do I just put this on in case there is no other chance? I think we will. So this is a chunker. So I'm probably not going to put too many big books on if I can help it, because this one is rather large. But yeah, that is going to be the first book chosen by me on this TBR. So that is read a book from your favourite genre. So I'll pop that there. Let's go for another prompt. This is book number 3. And it says, oh my goodness, a book with snow on the cover. I'll be honest with you, it'll be highly unlikely for me to see snow on any of these covers because I've swapped a lot of my winter books out because it's spring and summer right now. But I will have a check. Now, that one's not technically snow. I don't think any of these have, in fairness. so I'm probably going to have to redraw. If you can see any, please do let me know. So we will put that one back, or to one side for now, and we will re-pull. I don't really want to read about snow in the middle of summer. So let's pick another one. And this one is read a hardcover book. Oh, read a hardcover book. So let's see. I think for this one, I'd like to put one of these two new ones on. I've recently got them. One is Yesteryear, which is all over YouTube. If you're on my side of YouTube, I'm seeing this everywhere. It's by Caro Claire Burke, or Caro Claire Burke. I'm not quite sure how you say her first name. And I've heard mixed reviews. I'll be honest, I've heard more positive, but I have heard the odd person not like it as much as it's been hyped up. So that is a potential option. But I also have this one, and this is called The One Day You Are My Husband, and it's by an author called Rosie Walsh. I've never read anything by this author before, but the synopsis sounded really interesting. So I think out of these two books, I am actually going to go for The One Day You Are My Husband. And this just says, 12 years ago, Carrie married Johan on a beach in Thailand. Then, as the sun set on their perfect day, armed men swarmed the island and her husband was taken, never to be seen again. Carrie is now happily remarried and a mother of two. The past is firmly behind her until she accidentally stumbles across Johan online. He is alive and well. As the memories of their passionate relationship flood back, Carrie is compelled to find out what happened on the beach and why Johan never contacted her. The man who promised her a lifetime of love is now a mystery she must solve. But are the answers worth risking her marriage, her family, and the life she's fought so hard to rebuild? The truth, it turns out, is more shocking than any lie. So, yeah, I'm going to put this one on. I think it's relatively short. It is under 400, about 358 pages. And, yeah, this is going on the TBR. So, let's pick another prompt, and this is for book number 4. And this is a book with, oh, I don't know if you can see that, a book with a wedding in it. Now, I will need to do some digging because I don't know if any of these books... I've got a feeling, did I have this prompt last time and I couldn't find one? I think I did. And I don't know. Let's have a quick look on my Kindle and see if I can see anything that would say about a wedding. No, I can't see anything about a wedding. So I am going to put this one to one side because I honestly don't know. If you know, please let me know, because I think this is the second time I've pulled this prompt and had to put it to one side. But I'm not going to sit here looking through all these books because I'm not going to waste your time. So we will pick another one. What does it say? A book over 300 pages, so that's not hard to do on this cart. So it's almost like a free pick, and I think I'm going to try and get one of my summer TBR books on the list. So I think for this one I'm going to choose Broken Country by Claire Leslie Hall. I'm sure most of you know what this book is about, but if you don't, it just says, Beth was 17 when she first met Gabriel, then he left and it was Frank who picked up the pieces. But when Gabriel comes back years later, their connection is instant. People in the village said nothing good would come of Gabriel's return, and as Beth looks at the man she loves on trial for murder, she can't help thinking they were right. So yeah, really intrigued and can't wait to see what all the fuss is about. So that is a book over 300 pages. Let's go for the next book, and this is book number 5 now. This one. And it just says fantasy. So we've got plenty to choose from. I am going to choose. What am I going to choose? The options are endless. I think I might put on Reckless by Lauren Roberts, because I've read the first 2 couple of books quite recently, which was Powerless and Powerful, and really enjoyed them. So I think I might put this one on, because I can't see any others. I am looking forward to Light Wielder and the Ballad of Fallen Dragons. I'm looking forward to all of these, but I'm just worried about the size of them with what I've already got on. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for Reckless by Lauren Roberts for a fantasy book. Right, let's go for book number 6. A purple cover. So let's see what we've got. So we've got Divine Rivals, which is purple. We've got Taming 7, which is a purple colour. And is that it? I think, is it a purple cover or is it blue? This is my eyes now. You're going to be shouting at me saying it's blue. Heavenly Bodies, I think, is blue. Yeah. Taming 7, I'm unsure whether that's blue or purple. I can't make my mind up. Let's have a look on my Kindle. See what we've got on here. Oh. It is starting a series, but I have got a book. You won't be able to see it really from here, but it is purple. I'm sure it's purple, and it's called Bitten, and it's a fantasy book by Jordan Stephanie Gray, and I've been really looking forward to that one. Also, let's have a quick look at, I've got one downloaded because I want to read a book for Summerween, which is the first week of July. So I need to look at whether that book has a purple cover as well. It's called Liarland. Let's just have a look if that is a purple cover. Oh, it does. So I'm going to choose this one. So it was out of Bitten, or it's this one by Madison Rupp, and it's called Liarland. And I'll see if I can read the synopsis to you. So it just says, a twisty roller coaster ride from start to finish, this suspenseful romantic theme park thriller will have you on the edge of your seat. Gwen's summer job at a theme park is cool until people start dying. After her best friend Valerie disappears, an anonymous account slides into Gwen's DMs with a deal: help shut down Pineland or Valerie will. Next. Between shady operations and freak accidents, it shouldn't be too hard to tarnish Pineland's already declining reputation. But why is the killer so desperate to close the park? Anxious to get Valerie out alive, Gwen hatches a plan of her own. Enlisting the help of her cute but off-limits neighbour, she schemes to unravel the killer's identity. The race is on to unmask the murderer before anyone else's life goes downhill. So, yeah, this is the front cover. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got lots of purple on there. I hope that's coming up for you so you can see. But yeah, really looking forward to this one, and it was one that I wanted to get on. So Liarland is going to be for a book with a purple cover. We are looking now at book number 7. So I'm so glad, because usually I forget my Kindle reads, and we've managed to get one on. This is, I don't know if I have, a book with an animal in the title. So let's have a look. So I have seen one, well, I've seen a couple actually. So we've got, whether you class a dragon as an animal is one thing. We've got King of Ravens. We've got The Ballad of Fallen Dragons. We've got Rights of the Starling. That's obviously a bird. We've got To Cage a Wild Bird. Any others with an animal in the title? Mockingjay. Any others? Just having a quick look down here. No. Do you know what? I don't really want another big heavy read on my TBR if it can be helped. So I am going to choose Suzanne Collins' Mockingjay. I read the book Haymitch's story, Sunrise on the Reaping, and I've never read any of the Hunger Games books, but I read Sunrise on the Reaping. So I thought, after I read that, I thought I'm going to go back now and read them again, or read them from the beginning, even though I've seen the movies. That's a long-winded explanation. But anyway, I am up to Mockingjay. So basically I've got this one and the song Bird. Oh my goodness, I don't know what it's called. I will pop it here somewhere, the title. I think it's Snow's story anyway. It's that one. So I've only got these two left to read. So I think for this one, I'm going to put this one on. It's less than 400 pages. And yeah, I love these books. They are so floppy. They're immense. So it's going to be really nice to hold and read. So that's going to be for a book with an animal in the title. And we actually have an animal on the cover as well. So we will put that one on. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So one more. This is going to be my last pick for the July TBR. Let's make it a good one. And this is from Sapphire Forest Design over on Instagram. And it is a book with a place in the title. So thank you so much for sending in this prompt. So a book with a place in the title. One comes to mind straight away, and that is When in Rome, because Rome's a place. And I think that could well be the only book I have with a name of a place in the title. I'm just checking everything else. It is. So unless I've got something on my Kindle again, because I always like to make sure before we go on, a name in the title, a place. Is it a place? A book with a place in the title. Now, could it be something like The Villa, to be honest, or The Academy? Because I've also got The Academy by Ellen Hildebrand on my Kindle TBR that I bought. I've not read any of her books before, but that one really did take my fancy. So that is a place. It's whether you agree with me. So I think, is this one probably more appropriate? I think it is, but I do like to have a couple of Kindle reads to read, so I could go for The Academy. I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to go, sadly, I know this is a summer book. This is actually on my summer TBR Am I being daft? No. Maybe I'll put this one on. I can't make my mind up. I will put this one on. So, if I get a chance to read The Academy, I'll read that one anyway. But yeah, for a book with a place in the title, I have chosen When in Rome by Sarah Adams. I think this is just a rom-com. Amelia Rose is burnt out from years of maintaining her public image as pop princess Ray Rose. Inspired by her favourite Audrey Hepburn film, Roman Holiday, she drives off in the middle of the night for a break in Rome, Kentucky that is. Running the pie shop his grandmother left him, Noah Walker is busy enough as it is. But after finding Amelia on his front lawn in her broken down car, he decides to let her stay in his guest room on a very temporary basis. As the two of them grow closer, Noah starts to see a new side to Amelia, kind-hearted and goofy, yet lonely from years in the public eye. Amelia may have to go back to her other life someday, but for now she's perfectly happy, falling in love with the cosy small town she's found herself in, and her grumpy tour guide isn't half bad either. So yeah, this will be starting the When in Rome series, but I am looking forward to it. Just a quick run through of the books we've chose in today's video, and that is for a book with a purple cover, we chose Liarland by Madison Rupp. I'm so excited for this, and I'm going to be reading it during Summerween, which if you do want to get involved, I think it's between the 3rd to the 9th of July, but go and check it out. And then we chose Mockingjay for a book with an animal in the title. I don't know whether this one counts, but we are choosing it. Mockingjay, and this is a Mockingjay, so that's going on. Then a book with a place in the title, and we chose When in Rome by Sarah Adams. And then for a fantasy book, I just chose Reckless by Lauren Roberts. And then for a book over 300 pages, I literally just snuck over the 300 page barrier, and we've picked Broken Country by Claire Leslie Hall. Then for read a book with a hardcover, I chose The One Day You Were My Husband by Rosie Walsh. Really, really looking forward to this one. So I've got a couple of thrillers on the pile, which is great to see. And then for read a book from your favourite genre, obviously fantasy is one of my favourite genres, and I chose House of Earth and Blood by Sarah Maas. I can't wait to start the Crescent City series. And then a book chosen by you on YouTube, and that is Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are, or evening, because obviously we're all different times all over the world. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.